Okay, so I've looked at this section a little bit before. I threw in a few fingerings, you can see those, but I haven't actually sat down and really practiced it. So here I go. Sure if that's actually the best fingering to do a 1-1-1. For some people, probably not. For me, it is my best fingering. It's much easier for me to do a 1-1-1. Now, maybe I would have done a 1-1-2, except there's that E after it, and it's much easier to get to just do the 4. So we'll stop there. Okay, so you can see my first run through. Well, not really my first run through, because I did go through it to figure out my fingerings. But separate bows, slow, just focusing on intonation. I might do it again. Kind of making note in my head. Oh, okay, so that low 1 to high 2. That's something to think about. Oh, there it is again. So I've got 2 of them. That's quite a reach for my 4. So what I'll do when I have that kind of a reach, my thumb will just come up. You'll notice I'm not actually shifting my hand. My fingers don't come, but my thumb comes. Thumb can give you a lot more stretch with your 4th finger this way, if he comes up a little bit. Now, you can't, I don't know, you probably can't see him, but anyway, he came up. I'll turn this way, you can see this. Did you see him shift? There it goes, there. As I'm putting that 4 down, as I'm making the reach for 4, thumb's coming up with him. And it's actually a very helpful technique to do those big reaches. There's another low 1, high 2. This one, it's going to be maybe not a problem, but you know, just going from high 3 on the highest string to high 3 on the lowest string. That should ring a lot. It's a great way to check intonation on a lot of these notes. They should ring, especially if there's an open string. It will ring sympathetically. A little tritone. Okay, good, good. Okay, I think I could probably maybe try some slurs. Make sure that 1's high enough. I knew that was going to be an issue. Reaching for that 4. Nice. I like it. I think my next step now, I'll throw the rhythm exercise at this. So the rhythm exercise, you may be familiar with it. You subdivide, you divide your long string of notes up into equal groups, in this case groups of 4, and you just throw different rhythms at them. So I'm going to start with what I call the slow, slow, quick, quick. Slow, slow, quick, quick, for obvious reasons. You'll see. So each group of 4 is slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Now that one's a group of 5. It's a lot of bow. Another thing I'll do, which is great, is I will get my metronome, which is so handy. Everything's just on your phone now. You young people are, I don't know, if you ever have considered buying a metronome, it might be a little strange to you. What I'll do when I have groups of 4 like this and I'm splitting up the rhythms is I'll put it in to groups of 3. And that helps keep me honest. I think I'm going to go just a hair slower. 1, 2. So slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. We've all been there, right? Okay. Little forgiveness in order. Okay, once I've done that a couple of times, it's feeling good, I'll switch, and instead of slow, slow, quick, quick, you guessed it. Quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. Will she never learn? I'm gonna do it this time. Saved my bow. All right, feeling good about that rhythm. So now slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. My husband's calling. Be right back. And we're back. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we were on slow, quick, quick, slow. With the metronome. So now I was on the phone for quite a while, so we'll see if I'm still at the same level that I was. So my philosophy is as soon as you stop practicing, you start getting worse, right? So most of the time when you start practicing after a long break, you're gonna have to do a little bit of catching up to do. If the break's been very small, you probably won't have to do as much catching up. If it's been several weeks, you'll feel how much catching up you'll need to do. Here we go. Hasn't been too long, just an hour or so. Okay. Let's see. Slow, quick, quick, slow. So that's one thing that's gotten worse. I forgot to save my bow on that super long one. Now, if you're watching the music, which you probably are, you're noticing that I'm splitting the bow. That's just because I feel no reason to fight to save my bow when I'm going so far below tempo. One more time. We are none of us perfect. I'm sorry. Okay, and now finally, the last one will be quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick. And this one is usually the trickiest for students or, well, even professionals. Although after a while, you get used to it. It becomes less tricky. Your brain wraps around it better. So when I have this quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, I will usually take it with the metronome. I'll do the first quick as a pickup. Not sure if I did that rhythm quite right. I guess when I watch this video, I'll find out. 2, 3. I split my bow. I'm not sure how that worked out. It's probably worth at least one more try, right? But the main thing that I'm working for, getting those, 2 quick notes close together, that's happening. So I'm not like 100% totally worried about that. Plus, there's the 5 tuplet in there and there's a long 8th note. Anyway. Okay, I'm like 99% sure that I got that rhythm. Too much for my brain to try and save my bow and do the right rhythm. Okay, so usually my philosophy is if it's too much for your brain to handle something, if you can't play it up to your standard, then you either need to cut your part smaller, so do a smaller chunk or practice unit, or go slower so your brain can handle it because it has time to think. For me, my standards weren't like super duper high for that last measure. As far as saving my bow, I wasn't really that worried about it. So for me, I met my standards. She has low standards, I know. Okay, okay, let's see if we can get it. I feel very confident I could play it at that tempo. Let's try it. Maybe a little bit slower. I'm going to try and do the whole slurs this time. Well, if I'm going to add the slurs that I haven't done yet before, no, I'll go a little slower. Okay, so I'm not quite on the slurs, so I wasn't able to play it perfectly, so the plan now is either to go slower or to make it shorter. I really don't think I can go slower and make those slurs. Well, maybe if I didn't go that much slower. I'm going to give it one more go and turn my brain on. And 4. da. So awesome things happen when you turn on your brain. I'm gonna go a little faster because I think my fingers are there. It's the bow that's the issue, and as you speed up, you won't have to save your bow as much because, well, the notes will be passing you by faster. So some of you may be wondering, why can't she get that second slur? I will show you. It's because I'm not, so the down bow, here, if you look right at my bow, you'll see that when I change bow, no wait, when I go to the low strings, I gain bow. It's backwards than what I thought. I don't know. Why can't she get the second slur? Okay, here we go again. I don't know. Maybe just because it takes more control at the tip, you know? So I'm like, well, I can't seem to get the weight in as much, so I'll use bow speed to make up for not being able to get the weight. I will focus on getting more weight. Now, another thing, it may be that as I'm going here, I might be doing something, I don't know, I wasn't watching my bow very well, but if I'm doing that, then it may be taking me closer to the fingerboard, and weight won't really help you in the fingerboard. And so subconsciously, I may be using speed to make it sound better. Do you know this? Okay, so at the bridge, speed doesn't work. At the fingerboard, speed works. At the bridge, weight and slow bow, that's what works. But weight and slow bow at the fingerboard, that's awful. Okay, so I will pay attention to my bow. So weight at the tip and watch out for bow placement. Wait, starts on a down bow. Yes, right? Okay. I'd say that was a little more successful. I was so focused on looking at my bow that I forgot to actually save my bow. Now, I'm thinking a lot about my tempo right now because I am having quite a lot of trouble with my bow distribution, being able to save my bow, etc. So now I'm like, well, what's the final tempo going to be? If I look up at the top, it says Adagio, sostenuto, and it's in 2/4. And the beginning, so it probably won't be a whole lot faster than what I'm actually playing. Chances are, though, that I can probably, because this piece is unaccompanied, I can push the tempo a little bit when I need to, where I need to. So I'm gonna go a little faster. So much better. Now, all that hard work trying to save my bow, it's paying off right now. Because I was doing it slow, I had to save my bow more than I needed to, which means now when I get to how much I have to save my bow, it's easier. because I overdid it before, right? I did something that was harder. Now that I'm feeling pretty good about the notes, I feel like I should probably be focusing on, we have some little crescendi written in there, maybe some nice phrasing. Also, my bow weight, I've been thinking about it a lot in relation to saving the bow. So the tone's okay, but I think I'll turn my ear on 4-tone now. Oops, wrong notes. Okay, so sometimes things go out the door. Now, in this case, I messed up. I need to either go slower or do less. I'm going to go a little slower. What I did notice, though, remember I was talking about I'm here, and then I move here, and I'm like, oh man, I just lost, like I was here, and I'm here, I lost that much bow, but I actually gained that much bow. But then as I've been playing, I've been thinking, well, every time I cross a string, I lose, I don't know how much that is, a quarter, maybe a half inch, a little less, 2/3, that's more than half. Okay, anyway, I lose some bow, right, every time. So actually on an up bow, when you are going up the strings, when your notes are getting higher and you're going up bow, you're going to lose bow, which means you have to save your bow even more. So that's why she couldn't save her bow on the up bow. Okay, here we go. My phone's on low power, so I have to keep turning it back on. And do Oh, we're not going on. My bad. Good. Let's speed it up just a little bit. So back where we were. So much easier, right? To save your bow when you're going a little faster. Let's take it up one. Sometimes my phone talks to me. Okay, so chances are when I get to the trills, I won't be going this fast. But it's good to be able to go this fast, just in case nerves get to you in the performance. At least you can play it at a faster tempo. So if the nerves come and you get faster, you don't fall apart. Also, I'm finding in that third bar, because I've been so intent on saving my bow in bars 1 and 2, I'm saving it too much in the first half of the bar, and I don't have enough to really grow in the second half. So I'm going to focus on spending more on that down bow in the third bar. Yeah, it's much more successful, right? I'm sorry, I keep looking like at me, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm looking at you, and it must be very confusing. It's like, who's she looking at? You, me, you. Okay, good. So now I would just do it 10 times. I'm gonna go a hair slower because I don't think that will be my final tempo. Well, no, yeah, it's hard to know because you also have to, you want to practice it faster than you need to, but you also want to practice saving your bow more than you need to. Whatever, happy medium. That's one. Now I have this nifty little counter thing on my music stand, and when I get one, I count it. could probably have saved my bow a little better, but for my standards, we're good. I should have higher standards, probably. For my current standards for this particular practice unit and session. So I messed that one up. I realized I should probably get all the way to the tip on the very first down bow, right? Because I'm going to need all the bow I can use in the second bar. So I messed up. I am a big proponent of when you mess up, stop and fix it. But I'm also a big proponent of if you mess up, you got to be able to keep going. So maybe you'll see me do both. I should have slowed it down, huh? Right? I messed it up. Penalty. Now, one of my big issues is when I'm trying really hard, especially for saving bow, my jaw gets tight, my hands get tight, everything gets tense, and I have to remember, shake it out, right? Right, yes. And stay loose. So as I'm playing, every bar or so, I'm thinking, oh yeah, stay loose, and I'm trying to go, tight, loose. Go a little faster again. Just because I'm on video, I'm gonna take that one again. I have my pride. My mom always said, don't practice in front of people. Oh, look at me now, Mom. Oddly enough, the two things I'm having issues with are still saving my bow in the second bar and spending my bow in the third bar. Let's go back up fast ones. Now, I've done my 10 correct repetitions. If you really want to push yourself, make it 10 in a row. So those 2 times where I didn't get one, I should have started over and tried to get 10 in a row. If you really, if you're aiming high, you should probably memorize it. So this is how I memorize. I get out my ticker that's on my music stand, and I've got 10 to fulfill. The first 5 I can use the music. The second 5 I cannot. So here goes the first one. Okay, 1. I used the music the entire time. I looked at the music for every note. or at least my eyes were on the music for every note. And that's fine because I'm allowed to watch. First repetition. Oh, sorry, I slid it so that you could. Okay. Second repetition. Now at this point, even though it's only the second repetition, I'm thinking, at 6, it's got to be memorized. I might as well start memorizing it now. So usually what I'll do is I'll kind of look at it for one beat, look away for a beat, look back, look away, kind of see if I can do half of it memorized. I would call that very successful. Memorized. One of the things you'll find, by the way, is when you practice this way, just so dedicated to trying to be your best at every moment, the memory just comes. You've repeated it so much, you pulled it apart, you played it with these funky rhythms, you've done it slowly, you've listened for intonation, you're working on that bow control, and your body sort of just internalized it already. And so memory becomes almost second nature. So, okay, third repetition. Definitely happy with that one. I could have looked at the music, right? I have the freedom. Could have done that. Ugh, crack. Okay. Fourth repetition. No, should have looked at them. So when I have something like that where I forget, then usually I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, it's 1, 3, 1, 2. Just something to tell my brain, this is what you're trying to memorize. 1, 3, 1, 2. Again. Now, I don't expect to be able to just go back and tell you exactly what it is that I've just said. I just say it a few times. Again, my brain will take care of it. 3, 2, 3, 1. 3, 2, 3, 1. And it's a high one. Brain, it's an E sharp. So now I go back to the beginning, which begins with a 3, 1. Okay, this is the last one that I can use the music for. Because the fourth repetition I did almost entirely without the music, I'm actually more inclined to check with the music this time. Rather than, oh, I'm pretty sure my memory was good, so I'm just going to base off what I just did, my old memory. Because what if my memory wasn't good? What if I only thought it was good? Then if I base it off that, carbon copies, the quality degrades, I want to go back to the source and make sure. So I'll probably still do it mostly memorized, but I'll probably also glance. See, I messed up the bowing. It's that same spot. 3, 2, 3, high 1. Chances are I'm messing it up because the second bar is 3, 2, 1, 3. Right? It's 3, 2, or it's 3, 2, 4, 3. 3, 2, 4, 3. Anyway, but it starts out that 3, 2. So now I'll just go, okay, brain, look. The up bow is 3, 2, 4. 3, 2, 4, 3. Whereas the second down bow is 3, 2, 3, 1. Up bow is down bow is 3, 2, 3, 1. Up bow is 3, 2, 4, 3. Down bow is 3, 2, 3, 1. 3, 2, 4, 3. Okay, so now I've put them right next to each other. And that helps in my opinion, I'm no neurologist, that helps the brain go, oh, okay, yes, there is a difference here. So you're not going off what a lot of people call muscle memory. As I understand it, there's no such thing as muscle memory, but it definitely it feels as if there is such a thing. So you will hear me refer to muscle memory, but just know that I know that I'm pretty sure it's not actually a thing. But that feeling, I'll just call it muscle memory. Okay, so. I did the slur again. Do you see why I need to do it 5 times before I actually go to my 6th time? It's enough repetitions for the mistakes to be brought to the surface, I think. I mean, obviously in this case it is. Slow down. Right. If you can't do it right, slow it down or make it smaller. I'm going to slow it down. Slow down, my brain, you can do it now. Okay, now because I'm focusing on memory and not speed, I will count that as my 5th time. To me, it was correct. It met my standards for that particular practice issue, trying to memorize. Okay, 6th, can't use the music anymore. Nailed it. 6th try. Okay. I'm not going to count it just because there's kind of an out of tune note. I love memorizing my music, and I make all my students memorize all their music. I give them a choice with sonatas, and occasionally if they're having a super tough semester with other classes or something, I'll give them a break on one of their pieces. Occasionally, it's pretty rare. I think I've done it twice in 2 years, and one student opted to not memorize her sonata. But it is so great to be able to memorize, because now I can watch my bow the whole time. You know, I've been focusing on bow control and bow distribution, and now I can look right at it, and I'm not stuck staring at the music and gosh, I hope it's going straight, and it's just marvelous. Okay, so that was 7, right? No, I'm not counting it because, yeah, okay. Probably wasn't my best, but pretty close. Now, even though I wasn't necessarily expecting to remember that, like 3 1 3 2 3 2 4 3 and 3 2 3 2 or 3 2 3 1. Obviously, I am memorizing it. And the nice thing is that now that I can watch my fingers also, bow fingers, not the music, I can actually see my 3 2 3 1, you know, coming down as my brain is reminding me, oh, this is the 3 2 3 1. I can actually see that, sort of get that confirmation, and my brain is just so satisfied. Everything's going according to plan. And then when you have this, you know, these successful experiences with the music that you're playing, you really start to love the music. And that's the goal, right? We love music. We want to love the music we're playing. The more successful experiences you have with a piece of music, the more you're going to love the music. The more unsuccessful experiences you have, the harder it is to love the music. Let's see. Here we go. Also, if you really want to keep yourself honest, you turn on a metronome. You may be able to tell I'm speeding it up just a little bit. I'm just doing it without the metronome. I'm watching the music. on, don't go on. Ah, you're not supposed to go on. Last time. Yeah, okay, now I would say it's performance ready, and I'm gonna check it, so. Phew. Because of the added pressure that now I'm doing a performance-like thing, and actually it's great for my brain because I'm playing for a video, so in a way it is a real performance. It might not be live, but it is real. Hopefully someone listens to this. My husband will listen to this. Maybe. Okay, so because of the added pressure, I'm going to go a little bit slower. Man, okay. Here we go again. Slow, slow and easy, and breathe, right? Don't want to rush. Keep it slow. No pressure. It's just easy. I'm playing all by myself in my office. Just in case it was a fluke, I'm going to do it again. And I'm also going to try and add those dynamics. Now for me, that was a good little practice session. I got it up to performance level. I was able to play it twice at, you know, what I would be happy at in a performance, an early performance. Ideally, I will feel more comfortable. Now I can set that aside, move on to a new practice unit, a new section, maybe even a new piece, just because this one is challenging enough with all of the sort of gnarly fingerings that, you know, I may either go to a different section of the piece that's a little more relaxed, or maybe I'll just go eat lunch. It's past lunchtime, whatever. Yeah, but maybe tomorrow I'll try and get 10 performance-worthy repetitions out of this. So I kind of have my learning phase, get it up to performance level, and then the next day, or whenever you get to it again, play it consistently at performance level, and it'll just keep getting better and better and better. And there you go. I hope this was helpful. It was actually very helpful for me, so good. Hopefully we'll both gain something. Okay, goodbye.